Welcome back to the Star X podcast, where we're solving for sci-fi. My name is Mike.
My name's Jenae.
And X equals...
Gate.
That's right. X equals gate. And
welcome.
we're working on episode 5.
Yeah, this one's called The First Commandment.
The First Commandment.
Yeah.
This is episode 5. So this is our sci-fi rewatch podcast, where we're watching Stargate SG-1. And like you said, episode 5, The First Commandment. Yeah. And this is a pretty good one.
Yeah, I like this episode. It's a little darker than your normal SG-1 episode.
It is a little, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, I know we say that every single time. This is a good episode, you know. So far, they've all been good. Yeah, I mean, obviously we're biased. For the most part, we're going to like them all.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll like some more than others. But this actually is a good one.
Yeah, this was a good one.
Not a slog. Yeah, so it aired on August 22, August 22nd of 1997.
August 22.
If I can read properly. This one was written by Robert C. Cooper, and of course, character credits to Dean and Roland, and directed by Dennis Barry. And let's go through the guest cast on this one. It looks like Roger Cross, he plays Lieutenant Connor, and he shows up a lot. Around that time, he was in a lot of stuff. I remember him specifically.
Yeah, he's kind of like one of that guy.
Yeah, he is that guy.
That you see in everything. You can't quite name things he's been in, but you know you've seen him.
Yeah. I mean, most specifically, I remember him being
24.
On 24. Yeah. But around the time we saw him on that, I felt like we started seeing him on everything.
And he's always a soldier or something.
Yeah. He always kind of plays that same kind of
character.
Calm, stoic, you know, soldier type guy. Right. Yeah. And he's good. It's right in the wheelhouse for him, obviously. Same with the guy who plays Jonas Hanson. He's William Russ. He's also that guy.
He's also that guy.
Yeah.
I feel like, wasn't he in like a sitcom or something back in the day, maybe in the 90s?
Oh, I actually don't.
It seems, I'm going to look. Let's see.
Oh, yeah,
IMDb
he is.
To the rescue.
He is.
Oh, Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He plays
He's the dad, right?
Right.
I didn't really watch that a ton, but I have seen... I have seen it, but it wasn't like one I watched religiously.
No.
I had a younger sister who was watching it, so I would see it through her sometimes.
Yeah. I've seen an episode or two, but I also...
Chili Bean. I think that was you that would watch that.
Probably. I didn't watch it if it was, I did see
occasionally
it in passing.
Yeah.
I maybe caught an entire episode. I
knew he was in a sitcom or something.
Yeah, that's the one with Fred Savage's brother, right?
Yeah, Ben Savage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Or Fred Savage's brother. He probably doesn't like to be known by Fred Savage's brother.
Well,
sorry, Ben. Yeah. So.
Okay. Moving on.
Tangent over. So William Russ. Yeah, he's that guy. The guy who plays Jamala, his name is Zarf Paru, and the guy who plays Frakes, his name is Neil Mark, and he's only in the episode for he's out quick.
Yeah,
poor guy. And there's also an Adrian G. Griffiths. He plays Lieutenant Baker. I think, isn't he the big tall guy? I can't. His picture.
Oh yes, I believe so. The one who's kind of guarding all these
he's
slaves.
Playing like the guard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's deep into the cult.
Yeah,
he's number one in the cult. So that was excuse me. That was the cast. Of course, we have all the regulars. All of our normal people are in it. You know, Richard Dean Anderson, Amanda Tapping, Michael Shanks, Christopher Judge, Don S. Davis, Terrell Rothery. Yeah.
Well, she's not in this episode, but
yeah, she's in it. Or is she not?
No, she is not.
Oh.
She's not even listed on the episode cast.
I guess she's not. Yeah, you're right, because they don't really ever... Yeah, you know what? Sorry. She's in the next one, though. I can tell you that. So, yeah. So should we get into the
let's get
summary?
Into it.
Okay. All right, I'll go ahead.
Okay, so let's see. SG-1 travels to a harsh, radiation-blasted planet to investigate a distress signal from SG-9. What they discover is deeply disturbing. Captain Jonas Hanson, the commanding officer of SG-9 and someone with a personal history with Captain Carter, has gone rogue. After rescuing a child from lethal sunlight exposure, Hanson was elevated to godlike status by the planet's cave-dwelling inhabitants. Instead of correcting their misunderstanding, he embraced it. So yeah, it starts pretty dark where these two SG-9 soldiers are running for their lives. They're trying to get to the gate. They're being chased. You don't really know what's going on. And then you realize that it's two other SG soldiers who are after them. And they actually kill one of them.
They kill Frakes. So he's out.
Shoot him in the head. It was pretty dark for SG.
Yeah.
Stargate episode SG-1.
And then they set him on fire.
Yeah. And they set him on fire. It's pretty tense.
Yeah. Now Connor, he runs back toward, he has the gate open and he runs back, but he doesn't go through it. You think he did.
You think he does. You think he gets away because he puts in his signal and everything. And so by the time it closes, you think he's gone through. And so do the other guys.
Yeah. They all think he made it back. Now, I don't know why he didn't just go through. It seemed like that would have been
he doesn't really explain why, unless he didn't get the okay fast enough or he noticed that I don't know. Yeah, he doesn't really explain.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why he didn't go back through. He might have said it, but I can't remember why.
Yeah, I don't think he does. But yeah, so it starts pretty dark.
Well, and then the next thing you know, you got our heroes, our intrepid heroes. They're coming through the gate or they're talking to, or the general sends them through the gate.
Well, yeah, because they got his signal. He did type in the signal, but didn't go through. And so it's already been, they haven't done their check-in or anything.
Does it show that scene in the gate room, or is it just them coming through?
Nope, just shows them coming through.
And they're just kind of like saying...
They're explaining it, basically.
Okay. Yeah, all right. That makes sense.
We just watched it, folks. He's already forgotten everything.
Yeah, okay.
Like, we just watched it.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, my bad. Well, my memory. So then
SG-1 comes through the gate. They're basically saying, we got to check on Hanson and his crew, his team,
right,
to see what's going on. The first thing,
well, Connor jumps out and grabs Carter.
Well, yeah, but they come out, and this is where they, they kind of notice. Carter notices that there's no birds or anything chirping.
Oh yeah.
Something weird's about that because this planet is has strong radiation. They can't be out in the sun too long.
Like high sun radiation.
Yeah. So they're kind of start looking around, and Connor jumps up and grabs Jackson.
He grabs Jackson.
Yeah.
And I think he thinks he's one of the guards.
Yeah, he doesn't realize it's a new team that's come through until he turns and sees O'Neill, because O'Neill grabs him from behind.
Yeah.
And he's like, Colonel O'Neill. And then he just kind of collapses, like he's just happy somebody's there to help him.
Yeah. And that's when he kind of explains what's happened with Hanson being kind of going crazy.
Yeah. I love how Neil's immediately like, I don't buy it. Like, listen to the man.
Yeah. I don't
just burned somebody, set somebody on fire.
Well, and he runs off looking for Frakes.
Yeah.
And they find basically a pile of bones.
Bones and ash with the tags.
And there's absolutely no way that his body would burn to ash like that.
Like it wouldn't be hot enough?
No, it would not be hot enough. It would be more like, like on on Star Wars when he goes back and Uncle Owen, in the beginning, and they've set his whole. It would be like that. You see charred bodies on the
Right.
ground.
You would see a body,
not just some bones.
I'm sure props are like, this will be easier.
Oh, I'm sure it was easier. Sure, it just doesn't make any sense.
Throw some sand right here.
Sand and ash.
Some fake bones.
Yeah. Put his dog tags in there so he can be identified. Yeah. Yeah, there was no way,
Yeah. So now they're like, okay, we got to go find out what's going on with Hanson, basically. But the best is Colonel O'Neill. He's like, he pulls Sam aside. And this is kind of when you find out she has some sort of history with Hanson, because all she has to say is like, well, that's why I gave the ring back to him. So
yeah, because he's basically like, are you okay with this? You know?
And he's like, I'm going to send you back with Connor.
Yeah.
To go tell everybody what's going on. Go tell the general what's going on. And she's like, no, sir. And then Connor comes up and is like, if you're going back to Hanson, I need to be with you.
No, and he's like, you're going back. And he's like, no, sir. And that's when he's like, does this say Colonel anywhere on my uniform? He's
just like, what the hell is this?
Like, was this... All right, you're here to like basically do exactly what I tell you.
Yeah, you're supposed to follow what I say, not say no, sir.
Yeah. So funny.
Yeah, but then, basically they get their way.
Yeah.
Okay, should I go on?
Yes.
With a summary?
Yes. Yeah, totally.
Okay, so now Hanson rules as a self-proclaimed deity, forcing the people to labor day and night, building a massive temple. He promises salvation from the planet's deadly sun, claiming he can turn the sky orange and shield them from radiation. But his leadership has turned tyrannical. Dissenters are punished by exposure to the sun. SG-9 members who resisted him have been executed.
Yeah, so it shows that big kind of like quarry area where he's basically making all these people work. And
I guess he's having them build some sort of temple to shield them.
He's having them build a temple. Yeah. I don't know if that was to shield them or it's just to
believes he's the god now.
A temple to him.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Solomon's temple kind of deal. And doesn't seem like
so
there's
he's
that
just
many...
like working them to death. Like he's turned into just this total evil
cult leader.
Yeah, exactly. And he pretty much just suspects that they're sending SG-1 to get them or to.
Oh, yeah. He's waiting because he's assuming that Connor went back. So he's just expecting someone to come through.
And he was like, kind of hoping it was SG-1.
It's probably going to be it. Because he wants Sam.
Sure. Yeah.
He wants Sam to come. Right.
Yeah. So. But and so it shows the quarry and it shows that, he's working all these, like these poor, the people of this planet to death.
Right.
And he even has them like strapped to crosses, basically.
Yeah. He's got people up on crosses.
Yeah. Like just starving them. And
he's got his soldiers out like
dehydrated,
kicking people.
Yeah.
And beating them up and
dark.
Yeah. He's a good boss.
So they're camping while they're trying to get to the quarry.
Yeah.
And I think that's how Connor gets taken.
Yeah, because they're just kind of hanging out like at their little camp. And that's when Jackson is eating his food and he's like, oh, this tastes like chicken. And she's like, well, what's wrong with that? This is Sam saying that to him. He's like, well, it's macaroni and cheese.
I love the little, like how they're just in passing showing their little conversations with each other. They're always just kind of like
little small talk.
Like small talk things,
Totally.
Oh, he must be drunk.
Yeah. Going back to that.
So, okay. So anything else that we have here that we want to talk about before we move on?
Well, so we know, we basically just get to see how Hanson has kind of gone all hellfire damnation. Mm-hmm. He's kind of like saying that these people's sacrifice is for him. So they're really like playing up his like cult leader, like kind of his ego.
And he's gone like crazy, basically.
But at the same time, he kind of hasn't, because like there's a couple times, especially when he's talking to Carter later on, he seems really logical about how he's got to keep up the ruse, like, I can't ask the people how to turn this thing on because I got to be all knowing and just stuff like that. So it's kind of, but yeah,
But the fact that he's
oh no, he's totally like, he's like a full-on believer in his own, like,
well, and she kind of says a few times, how he likes control and, that like this isn't too off base for him.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like, man, she's got bad taste in men,
which is why she's like, that's why it didn't work out.
What did you even do with this guy in the first place?
I know.
Like, wow, red flag. She stayed with him long enough for him to propose.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. Yikes.
But then they get to the quarry and they're kind of like feeling it out.
Yeah. Well, okay. So
this is the next day. They figure out that Connor's gone.
Connor got taken. Yeah, he got taken because of people. They got attacked.
Yeah.
At the thing. Yeah. Okay.
And then they realize Connor's gone.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally. Okay.
So they get to the quarry and they see that Connor's tied up on one of the posts. And
yeah.
What?
No, just how Sam's like, it's the same thing how she kind of always says, well, I'm going to go in and save Connor or whatever, and just, I'm doing it.
Well, it wasn't even that. It was the other soldier guy who was beating up one of the the people because he like rando. Was tired. They're like totally exhausted and he starts beating on him and she's like,
I'm not. Yeah,
she's like, look what's happening here. And then she gets up to go and Tilk. I love how Tilk because O'Neill's like, I'll be right back. Like, I'm going to go like survey the area or whatever and don't go anywhere. And so Tilk and Jax are be like the good little boys. They're like, sitting there and she's like, okay, see ya. I'm going to go like rescue this guy. And they're like,
we're not supposed
to go anywhere until Jack. Maybe you should wait till Jack comes back.
Can't you just wait till he comes back?
She's like, no,
hell no.
The guy's gonna be dead. And then she leaves, and
like 2 seconds later,
Jackson's like, we should have stopped her, and he's like, and Tilk's like, we would have failed.
Yeah. That's right. And she's like, and then O'Neill comes back like.
He starts talking like, okay, so I've saw that they have this, and then he sees that Sam's down there. She's punched out the other SG-9 guy, and now they've got her taking her to Hanson. Yeah, mm-hmm.
He's like, great. Well, I guess this would have been the only way.
Anything less. Yeah.
He doesn't say something like this would have been the only way to do it without killing a bunch of people anyway.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
So apparently it all worked out.
Yeah. Okay. As Colonel O'Neill works to rescue a captured teammate, Carter attempts to reason with Hanson directly. Their confrontation becomes deeply personal. Hanson insists he's saving these people, forging a stronger civilization through sacrifice. Carter sees something else: obsession, control, and the dangerous seduction of power.
Yeah. So they're in there, and he's got his like creepy harem of women.
I know, around like he's Jabba the Hutt or something.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he doesn't have him like chained up around. Like, come on.
I know. This is like, they're just like any cult like stereotype.
Yeah.
But I guess that is pretty much right in line with the cult leader.
Yeah, what would happen for sure.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so he's got that, and he's trying to read the cave drawings.
Yeah.
Of how to turn on the radiation shield, basically.
The shield, the Goa'uld shield.
And Carter's like, well, just ask the people, what these mean. And he's like, well, I'm supposed to be all knowing. Yeah. So
can't do that.
Yeah, I can't do that.
You do it, basically.
Yeah.
And then she pulls out her gun like she's going to shoot him. Shoot him in the leg or something.
She finds his gun, or was it hers laying there? Oh. Was it her stuff? Well, she grabs a gun. Yeah, she grabs a gun. Remember.
She guessed it wasn't her gun.
It was underneath some stuff, so it could have been hers. Okay. But they had it set aside, or it could have been his. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but she could have shot. She had the drop on him. And she just stands there like shaking.
Well, I don't know why she just didn't shoot him in the shoulder or something, or shoot him in the leg, and then just grab him, and then his whole thing's done.
Incapacitate him. Yeah. I mean,
they turn on the shields and they save the day.
And they're good.
Yeah. Take him back. But then the show would be over. then what else would we do?
You know, it just occurred to me
Huh.
that these shields show up again in, well, I think they show up in Atlantis, or maybe, oh, you know what?
I
It's
think
probably
they're
a
on the
different.
Thor thing. Isn't it there?
No, well, I was thinking of that episode with all the kids, and they.
Yes, something like that.
It may not be a Gould's technology shield, but it might be.
There is
something.
some sort of shield.
Oh, you know what? Well, we'll get there at some point. But I just remember
I think they might come up.
Something similar. Anyway, tangent. Sorry. But yeah, she should have shot him in the leg.
Yeah, or something.
I mean, it would have.
I mean, her getting scared of.
Yeah, like.
I mean, I get that she has a history with him, but I don't know. She's also a soldier,
right?
Know.
It's like I can't imagine he would have been like
she
that.
Could have just like knocked him out too, and just.
It made the way that he was like talking to her made it seem like he was like somehow like getting in under her skin psychologically. You know,
like he's like, see how great I am. I was able to talk the gun away from you. You know.
Yeah, just like
see, I am a god. Jeez. So he basically just wants her there to fix the shield.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's
what she realizes.
Right.
Okay, so meanwhile, Daniel and Teal'c uncover the truth behind Hanson's supposed miracle. The orange sky isn't divine power at all. It's abandoned Goa'uld shield technology requiring 2 devices to function. If activated properly, it could genuinely protect the villagers, but without Hanson's manipulation. So that's when they grab one of the villagers.
Yeah,
to like help that
to help
them. Figure out.
Yeah, exactly.
Where this other shield is or what they've seen, because they would know.
Well, they don't know anything about the shield, right, until they get to Jamala, right? Because they don't know anything about that part of it. Because Sam's the only one who's seen it, but he explains it.
Right. But but the villager knows where the other one is.
Yeah. Teal'c understands that there was like an orange, because he talks about the orange sky. Teal'c figures out, oh, this is Goa'uld technology. Mm-hmm. There has to be 2. And so they go and Jamala is like, he's like freaked out by Teal'c because he knows what a Jaffa is, even though he's never seen one. So they have to go through and he does that. They're like, okay, see, he's a nice guy. He's
our friend.
And his smile is like,
yeah, he does like a Hitchcock smile.
Hancock.
Oh, Hancock. Like, Hitchcock.
Like
that Will Smith.
Yeah, Will Smith movie.
Hancock. Did I just say it wrong? Oh, Hancock. Okay, I keep wanting to say Hitchcock.
There's a scene in that where he's trying to smile. Will Smith is like, call it a Hancock.
Like this fake smile. It's not even a smile. It's like,
oh man.
And O'Neill's like, you have to work on that.
Yeah.
To Teal'c.
You got to work on that. Totally. Yeah. So she's figuring out how to turn on the shield on that end. Then they're cutting back and forth a little bit. And then Teal'c is explaining that there's got to be 2 things.
How it's gonna turn on and shield the planet. He's drawing.
He pulls out a notepad. He starts drawing this like stick figure thing, and Jamala's like, "Nice drawing."
Thank you.
It just totally made me laugh. And he's like, "Thank you." Yeah. So, but then they explain the 2 things, and then they go off and they find the other half of the shield. Teal'c and.
Yeah, and that's where they blow it up, right?
Yeah, so Teal'c has to shoot it with his staff weapon to blow a thing, and he blows like a perfect circle into the ground with his staff weapon. No rubble or anything. It's just
like this perfect circle.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's an accurate staff weapon.
Yeah, it's perfect.
So
okay. So moving on, in a dramatic climax at the Stargate itself, Hanson prepares to demonstrate his godhood and send SG-1 to their deaths. Instead, the team exposes the truth. His power is nothing more than misunderstood technology. When the second shield device activates and the protective barrier forms, the illusion shatters. Realizing he's been deceived, the crowd turns on Hanson and his reign ends violently. So... Oh, go ahead.
No, go. Yeah.
I was going to say what was so weird about this is all of a sudden the Stargate is just like laying on the ground. Like, don't you think that would be like quite like almost like
a shit ton of work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that would be like a whole day's work or more just to like get that to lay down.
Just to knock it over.
Yeah.
Even. It's got to weigh like a ton.
Exactly. And they even have like this like little stage platform on top of it. And it's like perfectly just set with, you know, like a plank.
Yeah, they made it seem like it would be just.
It's just all of a sudden there.
That was my note in here that the Stargate is it's just on its side.
Just all of a sudden on its side.
And you know, Daniel rushes in, and Sam gets like totally whacked in the face.
Rushes in where?
I wrote he rushes. So Daniel comes like rushing into like.
Oh, where she is with Hanson?
Yeah. Well, I think that's when they're all up on the.
Or are they all there now?
Well, they all come in and he's like up on, because remember how, so they're going to like throw O'Neill off the thing.
Like the plank.
And yeah, Teal'c and all those guys come rushing in, you know, like Teal'c and Jamala and
from
guys.
The other,
from the other part of the thing.
Yeah.
And that's right. You know, that's when like he like totally smacks Sam in the face. Hanson does. Remember?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Like
she gets hit again.
Yeah.
She's always getting hit.
Yeah. She's getting whacked. So,
which is why it shouldn't have been a problem for her to shoot him.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And as soon as they turn, he, you know, Daniel comes rushing in. He gives this big explanation, which I feel like was really too complicated for any of those people to really understand. But ultimately they get it.
Yeah, they get it. They're like, okay, well, I guess we don't need him as a god to shield us.
Yeah, and they turn on the
shields.
The shield, and then the people all revolt and throw Hanson into the Stargate. So we know he dies. Because he basically would hit the iris because they dialed Earth.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that. Yeah, and they show like a close up on Sam right there, and she's just kind of like
well,
you know, like she seems
you brought
a little.
This on yourself.
She seemed a little like kind of like freaked out by it.
Well,
the
yeah,
expression
for
on
sure.
her face,
Yeah, because she couldn't even shoot him, you know.
Yeah.
And he's just like that. He's gone.
So O'Neill, he had gone in to rescue Connor, and that's how he got caught. And
that's how he got caught, and they were tied. He was tied up.
That's how he was going to be the one to walk the plank.
Stargate. Yeah, because he went to go rescue Connor. Because him and Jamala switched clothes.
Yeah, that's right.
So Jamala was in his, SG uniform, and then he was in Jamala's like villager robes.
Gotcha.
And so he went to go get Connor, and then as they're walking away, they get caught.
See, guys, my memory. Blah, blah, blah.
Just watched it.
But yeah, and then of course, as soon as the very next scene, they were like, the gate is back up.
Yeah,
again.
It's already propped up, and like it had been like 10 minutes later.
Felt like it. Like it took a maybe a couple hours to hoist that thing back up.
I guess.
Man. I don't even know how you would think, because the way that those things are set up, it looks like they're sitting in a groove or something.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd almost have to like lift it up out of the thing, and I don't even know.
Well, they're supposed to be just like super powerful. I mean, they've got like this wormhole coming through them, you know?
Yeah, so they got to be heavy.
They've got to be like really,
get out.
Yeah. Not just like, okay, let's just tip it. Now let's tip it back up.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's not like there's some button you can push.
No.
It's not a convertible.
Yeah.
You know. But okay.
Let's see. So to end it out here, the episode closes on a quiet, reflective note. Carter struggles with the fact that she had a chance to kill Hanson and didn't. O'Neill reminds her of the moral line they must not cross, that every justification for killing brings a person one step closer to becoming what they're fighting. Yeah.
Yeah. He basically is like, killing is no badge of honor. And then he pulls out the Bible that Hanson had, and he's just like, I know there's, I'm pretty familiar with the commandments. I think the first one is about like no killing, and she goes off, and it's like it's not the first
She
commandment.
says what the first, he goes, okay, well, I guess it's not the first
Maybe
commandment.
It's not the first one, but yeah. But yeah, this one was heavy in biblical themes, big time.
Yeah, it definitely was. A lot of them kind of go that way, kind of like pushing that whole, science versus
religion and superstition and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's a really easy, I think it's a really easy plot line for sci-fi.
Sure. Yeah.
But it's good. It kind of points things out. I like it.
Yeah, I think that's why we like it so much.
Yeah. Totally.
So I don't even, do they even show them going back, or is it just kind of ends there on the planet?
I think it ends there. It may show them walking back through the gate.
Yeah.
But
that was pretty much it.
That was pretty much it. Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good one. It was a little darker and, another off-world adventure.
Yeah. It was good. It was almost kind of like, well, I don't know. I think the whole way it felt like it was pretty, because a lot of it was during the night. It felt like just had a darker tone overall, but then also all the culty stuff added to that.
Well, like shooting and setting a soldier on fire.
Well, I mean, on top of all the murder and cult sacrifice, I guess. Yeah, totally. Okay, so trivia and goofs.
Okay, let's do it.
So the natives with beehive, I called it like the gumdrop shaped mud helmets, are possibly descendants of the Asaro of Papua New Guinea. So that's where they obviously, or maybe where they lifted all those cultural references from with the natives and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Let's see the next one. This is the first episode of the series in which Sam and Tilk speak to each other directly. I can tell you exactly when that was.
I know. It was almost like they purposely set it up for that. I mean,
you think?
Probably not.
I would have not, had I not read that trivia before, I would have not even noticed.
Oh, I wouldn't have either, but I wonder if they thought, oh, we've never even had them talk to each other. Maybe we should have them actually.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably not.
I don't know.
It is pretty much the first. I mean, they're always sort of standing around in a group, but they really don't ever. I do, obviously Teal'c and Daniel have exchanged lines, and Teal'c and O'Neill have exchanged lines, but it's just probably never worked out with, the group dynamic.
Yeah. Yeah. So this was their moment.
Yeah.
So it was just that little part when they come through the gate.
I guess I'm making way too big of a thing out of it. I don't know. Yeah. It's when they first come through the gate. And
when she says, he says, what's wrong or something, or he comes up to her and she goes, there's no birds. I can't hear any birds.
Oh, right.
That's their exchange.
Well, that's a good foundation to build a relationship of trust.
All right, go to the next one.
Along with Broke a Divide and Forever and a Day, this is the only one of 3 episodes in which Teal'c addresses Daniel Jackson simply as his first name rather than his,
we did
his
this
full
one
name.
in the last episode too.
But do you remember him just calling him Daniel?
No.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it happened. I wasn't looking for it though.
Yeah.
So yeah, we did that one in the last,
because that was Broke a Divide.
Yeah. Huh.
Let's see. After Stargate, this is the second time that Daniel observes that something tastes like chicken.
Yeah. So Stargate in the movie Stargate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he brings it up, and there's a line where he talks about.
He must.
It tastes like chicken.
So that's why they put that in there. They purposely are showcasing that because of the movie.
Probably, yeah. And so the shot of Teal'c firing his staff weapon into the trees is reused from the previous episode, Broke a Divide. So it's the same shot, apparently.
Is that's in the beginning? Or when they first come through?
I think it's when they signal it, it's the signal to turn on the...
Oh.
He fires the shot.
I see. To turn on the shields.
Yeah. And it's not the part where they're showing Jamala fire it. It's the part where they show it going up into the trees. Or up into the trees.
I didn't notice that it was from another episode.
I didn't either.
Why not? Let's see. Last trivia. This is the first episode not to feature any of the regular characters in the cold open. Oh, so like you mean like in the intro when Connor and
before the whole like
Frakes,
the song and the credits.
Is it Frakes is running? They're running for their lives.
Yeah, it's that whole scene. They're talking about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
cool. So okay, goofs.
Goofs.
All right. So after Jonas takes away Carter's pistol, we see several cuts showing Carter still holding the gun.
Yeah, see, I never noticed it, but if that's the case, she had plenty of times to shoot him.
I didn't notice it either. In fact, I kind of looked for it. I still think I got just too drawn into it.
Yeah,
to even really
I never even didn't even pay attention.
Yeah,
to that.
That's funny.
Okay, next goof. During one of the panning shots of workers in the quarry, one worker can be seen in center screen engaging in a chopping action, but making no contact with the rocks. Yeah, I didn't notice that either.
I didn't either. He was pantomiming.
I used to think it was so cool back in the day, like when I was a kid and we went to Universal Studios. I don't know if anybody remembers going when I was a kid, they had like a show. It was when A-Team was really popular.
Oh, I saw the A-Team show.
And they had the little A-Team skit, that you'd go watch, kind of like where they do Waterworld now and stuff, but it was like A-Team. And
they probably don't even do Waterworld anymore, but yeah, same.
I think they still do.
They do?
I think so. I don't know. I could be wrong, but
I mean,
it's been years.
It seems like that would even be too old.
But but they did A-Team, and I remember them showing us all the movie tricks or TV show tricks that they did, and they had these fake foamy rocks, and I just was amazed by that.
And they're showing people pick them up, and they
were
really
just
light,
smushy rocks. So that reminds me of that. Like, I don't know.
Totally. Well, that's probably exactly. He was probably hitting a smushy rock or pretending to hit a smushy rock.
It just made me think of that.
Yeah, that's funny. Let's see. So when O'Neill changes clothes with Jamala, you see the SG-1 patch has a 1 on it. The 1 on O'Neill's patch used to be black and not white in this episode. So I guess the patch, the 1 on the patch is different color than
what O'Neill's was.
Yeah.
So it's not, they didn't really switch clothes.
No. And it's a different patch, obviously.
They made him his own outfit.
Well, they don't really seem like they're the same size either. I mean, O'Neill is pretty tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they were supposed to switch clothes.
Yeah. Well, we know that.
Let's see, another one in his pack.
Movie magic.
Yeah, magic.
TV magic.
TV magic.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, indeed count.
Okay.
0.
0 again.
0 still.
Are we sure he's ever going to say it?
He will eventually.
I know he does. Eventually he does a lot.
Yeah. It becomes his thing. Crying out loud. He says it once in this episode. So that brings us to a series total of 8.5.
That's so funny because I had never really noticed it before. And he does. He says it quite a bit.
For crying out loud?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I always noticed Indeed. And it's just funny that for right now, for crying out loud is beating out Indeed.
Oh, I know. It's crazy. Yeah, I know that's like his signature. I wonder if it's strictly a thing from this. It's probably not taken from the movie or anything. I mean, we could check. I should check and see if it was actually in the movie.
I don't think so. I mean, because the movie, he had one line. So, and I don't think it was for crying out loud.
Yeah, he probably had like 5 lines.
He
or something.
never speaks.
He hardly speaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it comes from the movie. I think it's just
there's
Richard Dean Anderson thing.
There's another movie called that Kurt Russell was in, just on a tangent. It's called Soldier.
I've seen that. I think I've watched it with you.
Oh, he has no line.
He doesn't speak.
He does. Yeah. In that episode, or in that movie, he almost has no lines. Like he might have like one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he just got sick of just speaking in all those Disney movies. He's like, I just want to do movies where I don't speak.
Yeah. He's just over it.
I just want the intense look.
I'm sick of turning it on.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. So here's another thing before we get to the line of the episode. We should start rating these episodes.
Okay.
So I was thinking, we should write do like a rating system for each episode based on so there's nine chevrons on the Stargate. So we should rate it 1 through 9.
Okay.
Of chevrons.
Okay.
So each episode we should do, and we should retroactively go back and do the other ones too.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
In fact, maybe we'll do a separate thing where we just do the other episodes real quick that we've already recorded where we didn't. So I guess that would be episodes 1 through 4. We should do a separate. Maybe we'll put it on social media or something.
Okay.
So, but I'm thinking. Well, so what do you think? I know you didn't really have any time to think about it, but how many chevrons would you give this episode?
For this episode,
so I guess 9 would be the best.
The best,
and then 1 would be not great.
I was pretty
bad.
drawn into this one. I think I would give this one a 7.
That's funny. That's kind of where I was. I was kind of in the 6-7 range. Probably 7 range really, because
you got to pick one.
Okay, I'll give it a 7 too.
Okay,
I'll give it a 7 too, because it's kind of I mean, it's not the best episode, but it's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's pretty really entertaining. It's entertaining enough, and it didn't feel yeah. So I think
it's a good episode.
Good.
I think 7's good. Yeah,
yeah, that's a good. So 7.
Okay,
7 chevrons.
7 chevrons.
All right. Okay.
Let us know your votes.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, let's do the line of the episode.
Okay. Do you want to do it this time?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Who says it?
Colonel O'Neill.
Okay.
Says it, and he goes, "No, sir. Does it say Colonel anywhere on my uniform?"
Good job.
And scene.
And scene. Yeah, that's a good line.
It is a good line. It's really
it's
funny.
classic O'Neill.
Totally. Yeah. So good episode overall.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks for watching if you stayed till the end. Again, we'd love it if you'd subscribe. Subscribing to our podcast would really help get us up there in the, as far as people knowing about it. So we would love to get some subscribers. That would be great, because we're new. We're fledgling podcast. Also, our email is starx@groovydane.com. Feel free to email us. We'd love to hear. Let us know if you liked the episode.
Yeah, your thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Also, comments on YouTube. Talk to us in the comments on that. We would check those as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, and thanks for being here and listening and watching with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Until next episode.
Yeah, until next time, keep solving for X.
Thanks.